Let's make the cheapest Nigerian fried rice recipe ever. Hi people, welcome to my vlog channel. My name is Susan, and to my new viewers, this is that fun channel where I share all things DIY, craft, family, lifestyle, commercial recipes that no one ever shared here on YouTube, how to earn money on the side where I waiting for that cake or small chops, order, and so much more. My son has been asking me to make him fried rice for a while now, and I've been pushing it forward or procrastinating because of financial constraints and the like. When you want to make fried rice, want it to be gang. So I've been procrastinating. Well, today I decided no, I'm not going to keep waiting. I'm going to make this for him, and I'm going to be making the cheapest fried rice recipe ever. Now I'm going to be doing some kind of market vlog to show you the exact amounts of the things I bought. So let's get
this one should be okay for me. Yeah, give me this one. Then what else? Oil. I need oil. Then I need a curry masala. 2.
So next, I got tomatoes and pepper, Scotch Bonnet. I'm going to be using the Scotch Bonnet to make my fried rice and the tomato for stew.
How much for carrot? This one I don't know, Abi. How much for Happy New Year. How much this one? I don't know, Abi.
600.
Yeah, come calculate them. Oh yeah, put them.
Where carrots? How much for carrots?
Put this one.
400 naira.
Down.
How much come my money? How much be the money now? Calculate them.
So I went to my favorite meat vendor and I got beef for 2,000 naira. I asked him to cut the beef into 100 naira size so that when I want to dice it for the fried rice, it will be very much easier for me. So this is the tomatoes I bought for 500 naira. Can you imagine? Like this is 500 naira. I'm going to pick some Scotch Bonnet from here to use for my rice. I'm going to pick some Scotch Bonnet here. And I got this beef 2,000 naira. I'm not using everything. I'll use some for the tomato stew I want to make. Then these are the dried green peas. By the time I soak it overnight, it's going to be plump here. So I'm just going to soak this. And I got vegetable oil, a bottle, this one 1,500. Then this green bell pepper is 300 naira. I couldn't get yellow bell pepper. Couldn't get yellow bell peppers. And I couldn't get red. So this is the one I got. Then carrot. This carrot you said is 300 naira. Then the bay leaf is 50 naira, I guess. Yes, 50 naira. Then ginger and garlic. This is 200 naira. Then onions, this onions 300 naira. 300 naira. Onions is now good. Then this sweet corn, this one is 700 naira, the small one. Then this is the spring onion for 200 naira. So I have other things I'm going to be sharing. I have other things for my rice, seasoning cube. Then yes, there's curry masala here. I got curry masala. This is 100 naira. 2 sachets 100 naira. So my rice is there. My seasoning cubes, salt. I have those ones at home. So this is just it. He's taking it to school in the morning. That is Friday. Tomorrow is taking it on Friday to spend the morning. And so because of that, I want to do some vegetable preparation for today, like the veggies and the stir fry. I want to do it today, so that tomorrow I'll just add the parboiled rice. The way I usually prepare my rice, so I just add it to the veggies and I'll mix it together and to make work easy. My baby doesn't like my son doesn't like going to school at early as 7 a.m. He's already out of the house, so I don't want that to be an excuse for him to go late. These are the things I was able to get, so let's make our cheapest jollof fried rice rather. So I'm prepping my beef now, and I just washed them. I'm cutting it into medium chunks, not small, not big, but medium. And then I'm going to go ahead to do that for my veggies too, my carrots, my green bell pepper. I didn't see the yellow bell pepper, so I'm sticking to the green bell pepper. I love my fried rice looking very, very colorful. So the next thing I'm prepping is my green bell pepper. I'll deseed it by slicing my pepper into half, and then I'll remove the seed. Then I'll slice it into stripes, and I'm going to go ahead and cut it into cubes, just the same size as my beef. Next, I went over to prep my carrots. I already scraped this, I washed it, and then I'm going to slice it into cubes too. Like if you're making samosa, if I've seen my samosa and spring roll video that I've shared on this channel, you know that this is how I do it. Or if you have seen my ultimate meat pie sauce recipe, I've seen that this is how I do it. So I'm going to now cut it into cubes and I'll set it aside. So remember I got two large onions. I'm only using one now. I'm going to also prep this by slicing and dicing it into cubes. Make sure they have the same size as your beef so that everything looks the same. Your beef is not looking too small and your beef is looking big, or vice versa. Make sure they're the same in shape and size. These are the green peas I soaked in the afternoon when I went to the market to get them. See, they're already softened, a little bit softened, and they are plumbier. Yes, they're the dry ones I got, so I'm going to use that later. So my son has been insisting on wanted to help out, and I've been shunning him because it's already late at night. But I later allowed him. So we're prepping our ginger and garlic. So the only thing I'm not slicing is going to be the spring onion. Since I'm going to be using it the next day, I'm not going to slice that. I'll keep that to the next day. And I'll go ahead to blend my ginger and garlic, and I'll keep my spring onion aside, and I'll also blend my Scotch bonnet. So now to my beef. Added my beef into my pot. I also added my green peas, and I'm going to be adding my Scotch bonnet. Add to taste or how hot or spicy you like your beef. Then I went in to add my ginger and garlic that I already blended. Then I went in to add bay leaf and seasoning cube. You know my favorite seasoning cube is onga. Then I went in to add my curry masala and
salt to taste, and beef contains has more water content. So I allowed that steam on low heat for about 10 minutes, and then the beef is going to going to produce water. So after 10 minutes, I had to top and introduce fresh water, just enough to cover the beef and allow it to cook till it is completely well cooked. So this is how I prep my beef. The reason I'm adding my green peas to my beef to boil is to season it, to give it taste and to soften it more. If you bought the canned ones, you don't need to soak it, you don't need to boil it with your beef. Just go ahead and drain out the liquid inside and proceed with the recipe. But I bought the dry one and I allowed them to soak. Remember, I'm making the cheapest Nigerian fried rice recipe ever, so that's why I did that. So my beef is ready. I separated it from the green peas, and this is the meat stock. Yes, so this is ready. I'm going to set this aside and I'm going to proceed to prepping my veggies. To all my new viewers, if you are still watching to this point, please subscribe because there are loads of things I share on this channel and you don't want to miss it. Yes, you do not want to miss it. So I add a little oil to my pan. I like to heat up a little, then went into my beef and I'm going to fry that a little. I don't want it to be dried. I want it to still have that juicy texture. So I just fry that a little, and then once that was through, I removed it from the oil, and then yes, I remove it from the oil, and I'll continue with prepping my veggies. Still using that same oil, I went in to add little onions. I allowed that to fry for about a minute or till it is translucent. Then I added my Scotch bonnet already blended. Add to taste, add to how hot you like your meals to be. But I added my Scotch bonnet, then I went over to add my green peas, my green bell pepper. If I've had yellow bell pepper and red bell pepper, I've added it at this point too, but I wasn't having that. Then once I was through, I went in and added my sweet corn, and my carrot was the last thing I added. Then I introduced my seasoning to taste. This way your veggies have a unique taste. Yes, it's not like some fried rice you are going to eat and then the veggies are not having any taste. No, the veggies are going to have taste, so you season it to taste. And I don't like the oil in my veggies to be completely dried. No, I like leaving little residue of oil so that by the time I'm mixing it with the rice, everything just mix so well. Then my fried rice is not dry and it is not oil. It's just having, it just strikes a balance between the two, and it's just very perfect. Yes, even if it is the Nigerian fried rice on a budget, it must taste good now. Yes, to all my OJs, thank you guys so much for the support. You guys are the real deal. Thank you all so much for the support. It means so much to me. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So this is ready, and look at how beautiful and colorful it looks, even without the red and yellow bell pepper. So this is perfect, and you see my oil is not completely dried. So this is the next day, and these are my spring onions. I already washed them and diced them, some Scotch bonnets, and then some onions. So let's now go to prepping my rice. For my rice, I'm using a local Nigerian rice, and I'm going to this is how I prep my rice, whether I'm using the foreign rice or I'm using the locally made rice like this one. I first of all add hot water, like boiling water, into the rice and allow that to soak for 7 minutes. Then once it starts soak for 7 minutes, you will see that the water will become very, very milky. I've extracted a lot of the starch from the rice. Then I'll drain out the water and then add salt to the rice and then introduce fresh water and then scrub the rice between my palms. Yes, that's how I prep my rice, whether I'm using Nigerian rice or I'm using foreign rice. This is how I prep it to extract the starch from it. And once I introduce fresh water, I'll rinse it several times. The water is clear and then my rice is ready. So this is how I prep my rice. I don't do the parboiling method, no. This is how I prep my rice. And this is also the next day. This is 4 a.m. Friday morning, 4 a.m. So you can see this the milky water. I'm draining this out. I'm going to introduce fresh water, room temperature water, introduce it several times till the rice, about 5 times till the water is clear and my rice is ready. So to my pot, I added little oil. Make sure the oil is not much. You don't want your rice having oil residue. No, it doesn't make sense. So I added my oil, then I added my onions and my ginger garlic paste was already exhausted. If not, I'll have added it after adding my onions because I love ginger and garlic in my fried rice. I love it a lot. So if you have, you just add it at this stage. And then I went in to add my Scotch bonnet and my seasoning cube and little bit of salt. Remember, I still have meat stock. Yes, so I didn't want to over season the rice. So everything I was adding was very, very little. Then I stirred them together. I'll then to stir fry for about 1 minute. And before I also did my curry masala, then I went over to add my rice. And for the rice, you want to stir it while it's frying on medium heat until the color of the rice changes to green, until it's greenish. Yes, so I was stirring the rice while it was frying on medium heat. To my new viewers, once you subscribe, please leave me in the comment section like, hi, I'm new here, and I promise I'm going to leave you a special virtual hug in my next video. Make sure you are stirring this either with a spatula, a silicone spatula like I'm using, or a wooden spatula. Make sure you are stirring so that it doesn't get burnt. So you're not getting jollof rice. So, but if it gets burnt, it's still okay. It's still okay. It's still okay. So then I went ahead to add my meat stock, and you can also introduce extra water if the meat stock is not sufficient to properly cook the rice. You can introduce extra water, just enough to cover the top of your rice. That is all. And you're cooking on medium heat or medium flames, so just enough to cover the top of your rice. But mine was okay. You can also introduce extra seasoning if you taste it and you see that the seasoning is not okay. You can introduce extra seasoning. So but mine was okay. I didn't introduce any extra seasoning. So my rice is ready and well cooked here. Then I introduced my veggies, one I prepped a night to the day. I introduced it and I stirred everything together. At this stage, I'm always very happy because my fried rice is already ready. It's already ready. I stirred it together and I let it heat up very well. I let it heat up until everything was blended in well. The rice, the veggies, everything was well blended. And yes. So I removed it from the heat. And when I removed it from the heat, I did not cover the pot with the lid because I didn't want the rice to get soured or to get spoiled. I didn't cover the pot with the lid. I just allowed it to cook completely, and I served them for school. And yes, he has been telling me that I shouldn't wait anymore for when I'm very buoyant to making fried rice next time. But this one he likes it. So I hope you enjoyed this recipe and I hope you learned something, one or two things. Let me know in the comment section what you feel about my cheapest Nigerian fried rice. Is it actually the cheapest Nigerian fried rice? Let me know because I don't know, sha, I'm just guessing. So to my OGs, thank you so much again for your support, and to all my new viewers, please subscribe, hit that notification bell to get notified of all the recipes, all the commercial recipes, all the how to earn money videos I share every Friday. You don't want to miss anything on this channel, even millinery tutorials, vlogging, everything. Just turn on that notification bell and subscribe. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you and see you in subsequent video. Bye for now.